Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and it's the end of an era here in the Wildwoods. If you don't know, we broke the story a few weeks ago that Splash Zone behind me is closing its doors for good. In that video, I promised you that I would give you guys one final tour because there were generations of families that came here and enjoyed it since 2000, and a lot of you never had a chance to say goodbye. And so today, I'm allowing you to do that one thing. Maybe you had a favorite ride or slide, or maybe you love the lazy river, or whatever your favorite thing was. Well, today I'm gonna give you a full tour of this water park before it starts getting taken apart December 9th, and you can at least have one final goodbye. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. A special thank you out to my subscribers on patreon.com. It's because of them that we can do videos like this. If you want to support the channel and have your name at the end of the video, all you have to do is click the links in the description below. That being said, let's get started. It's Christmas time, and right now we've got 10 different Christmas ornaments, including 4 new ones. One for Wildwood Crest, one of a seagull driving a tram car, a Cape May ornament, and Santa as a lifeguard. If you want to grab any of these Christmas ornaments, I'll put the link in the description below, but keep in mind these are limited editions, so if you don't grab them now, they may not be coming back, so click the link down below for more details. A few things before we get started. As I said before, the auction for this is happening actually at this very moment, and everything is up for auction. You want a slide, you want the Flowrider, you name it, it's on there. I will put the link to that in the description of this video or on our website, Wildwood Video Archive. That way, if you want to bid on something, you can. After the 9th is when they're going to start taking things down. The easier things will obviously be able to pick that up within the next few days after the auction ends. Some of the bigger stuff, such as the slides, well, they need a team of cranes and things to come in and remove things. I am 100% coming back to film those things, either via the Seagull or whatever we want to do. That way we can also have that in the history books, because this is a skyline that is changing. A lot is changing down here. Giant Wheels being refurbished. This Sky Coaster just announced last week. It's now officially gone. And now this. And so just keep that stuff in mind. And if you want to go ahead on, maybe buying something here, which, maybe you see something, you can go ahead and I'll put the link down in the description for the auction. Anyway, we're going to start this video as though you already paid for your ticket at the main office and you came inside and now you're heading towards the lockers and you're looking at the TV screens. So you would walk in and follow the footprints. And your first stop, I would have said, would have been your lockers, but the lockers have already been removed. You see they're gone. Those were not part of the auction. Those were rented out to the facility. And before we kind of head our way to the main thing, I want to go up on the deck. I'll head upstairs. To give you some views that many people don't actually even know exist or existed. So first will be the water park view, which you get some food and hang up here for a little bit. These slides are massive, by the way. I don't think the camera really truly gives justice of how big these slides are, but they're all little pieces that get taken apart, or you can take them apart, and when they do take this down, they'll take it apart and then lift all these supports out. But here's a view that I don't think many people have actually really checked out. Definitely looks different now because there is no Ferris wheel to look at. But we'll make our way back down. You can see all the numbers for the different spots for cabanas and things. 18, 19, numbers up above. And if you're hearing the high-pitched noises, I hear them as well. I think that's a deterrent for the birds. Those are these little green boxes here. And And you had outlets you could plug in your phone and such. Gonna make our way back down. Just wanted to show you the steps in the alleyway here first. We're then going to make our way into the park. We're down there. Those are the bathrooms. We don't need to go down there. You can see our service desk. And now you're really getting into it. You're in the water park. And it looks so strange without there being any water in here. Though if you actually look down, funny enough, you can see some cat paw prints. Walked through there not too long ago. This is the giant conveyor belt that would have pulled up the big family slide. I don't think people realize how big it was. This is one of the kid areas with the small pools. I want to go this way first so that you can see how big this slide is. Right? That's because of, well, how big the actual tubes are, the family size. Felt like yesterday the slides were just on, right? I do need to stress that we had permission to come here today. I don't want people just showing up here and just running through things. I'm very grateful to the family to let me come and document this. But don't show up here, okay? This is completely restricted areas. Once again, I'm going to say this is the final tour you're going to be able to see of this place. But we're going to make our way across the park. We'll start here and maybe even make our way up. I actually had a lot of suggestions from people about what they want to see. A lot of you guys said, could you just talk about how big some of these slides are? And I can't really demonstrate how big a slide is. Let me figure this out for you real quick. Maybe I could put it down on the floor. To where you can see like me sitting here. To where it's like, this is massive. This is a massive slide. You know, talk about Splash Zone. This is a Splash Zone. It's so big. Just imagine coming down here at full steam. So neat. Make our way over. You can see a casualty. Someone with initials OC. You lost your bracelet here. And just so people know that once you came down, you would get off and walk out. And then the attendant would then come over and take your tube, place it up in here, and then it would go all the way up. Man, it seems a lot taller than I remember. We're going to continue walking down. We're going to come back to the splash bucket in a little bit. For now, we're going to go underneath to go to the back end. It's going to be one of two ways to go up. Flowrider, the Flowhouse is over here. This is the bottom of the slides, which we'll go up in a moment and check out. And we're going up. It's funny, you used to running up these steps to get to the slide. Here's a view of Maury's. A lot of hair ties up here, strangely enough. Now here is the free fall. One of the smaller ones. But remember, this is also part of all the other falls. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain once we get up there. But you'll twist down before then going and twisting again at the bottom and ending down below. And by falls, I mean, because this is where things kind of split off a bit. You come down from the other slide and end here. And then you head over there, which is all kind of detailed from the feet marks on the floor, in which you come out, arrow, feet, arrow, feet, and then down. Here you've got two ways to go. You can go up to the family slide, or you can go that way to a different area. There's also another slide up there as well. So for right now, we're gonna head this way. So you can see the family slide and the other fall slide. There's a lot of steps too. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a little bit. So this is another slide, the cremator, and you head down. This one would go down that way and wrap around to go that way, which I'll show you later on. And while you're up here, you'll see a lot of these cool signs. I always thought they were fun. There was also different levers and things you'd be able to pull on, which when we go this way, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a little bit. But we're continuing to go up to the family slide, in which you've got one to the left and the right. We're gonna take the right this time. And man, look at this view. Gets better when we go up even higher. All right. Hey guys, what are you guys doing up here, huh? So this is where things get very interesting. Obviously you've got an entrance here, an entrance there. This is the mechanism that would pull up those giant tubes. You can see the roller on the end down here, which would catch it at the bottom and it would pull up. It would then pop out into this water pool. Here, it would then be pulled. Keep in mind that this usually has more water in it. It would be pulled, and it would be pulled right to here, in which the operator would then communicate down below to the other lifeguards to say, hey, you're good to go, bring the next one. In which then, family would jump in. They would then be pushed down and make their way down this slide. And before I say it to you, let's see, do you remember the name of this slide? Let's just say that it was the highest point, and it's a beast of a ride. Is it a good enough hint for you? You should have gotten it by now, right? You should have gotten it by now. And so you and your family would be fighting for your lives a little bit as you made your way down the slide. And look at that curve, man. Oh, This was a thrill of a slide. But you would go down and it would curve a lot. Make our way back over. Here you can see the curves and the twists. As you go down the slide, it would curve over and then under, and then back under. And then throughout other slides, before then going underneath and then ending where we started our tour. Yeah, a lot of twists and turns, my friends. A lot of fun. We're going to continue our tour because we've got a lot to see. Making our way back. Now, let's say you were too scared to go on the beach. You would come down, you could either take this slide here, go down those steps, or go straight, which is where we're going. There's a few things I wanted to share with you. Now, everything is off for, obviously it's the off season, but let's say you wanted to wet someone going on this slide here. You could just pull this down. As I was saying, like, they had a lot of fun features in this. Made it very unique. Got this thing that was filling up. We have this little in cove here, where I think years and years ago, there used to be other levers and things where you could twist and water would be pushed out. Some of it's just facade, some of it's like here, I believe there used to be another, I think a gun here at one point. You used to be able to fire down at people, the slides. You used to have a couple of them. And of course, you were aiming for those targets throughout. Levers here that you would pull open and close and water would come out. Another one here, another push bucket. Oh, there's some water in it. Oh, let's get the last push in. Oh, there's a fighter jet coming by. You probably can't see it. It's flying right over there. You can't see it anymore. Anyway, I'm going to continue down. Yeah, look at this view with all these different slides going through. This connected us to the other tower, in which that other slide we just showed you would end here. As you come out of here, you're getting wet by this water. And then once you get to this point, you have a couple choices here. You can either go back up and try the other slides. You can go into the main tower with a lot of cool functions, which we'll climb a little bit later. Or you've got a few other slides. Right here, this is the middle of the treehouse. It's officially named because this whole thing is called the Treehouse. And you can hit this slide, the Abyss. And this one was like a curve, man. You hit it, you were going flying down. But for the sake of this video, we're going to continue going up the Treehouse. Which will give us a few different things to look at. One being the giant bucket. Whew. Man, I don't think you realize how big this thing is. I mean, look at this thing. It is massive. And you get a very interesting view of things. I just want to pan very slow for you. I mean, yes, we got some slides. We'll go over in a second. It's looking down Ocean Avenue. A view I'm sure not many of you guys actually see unless you came here. Get the lazy river down below. And 2 more slides. And the Flowhouse. Yeah, we're barely halfway through. So let's continue, shall we? Now, we're at the top of the treehouse. You've got these 2 slides. I think this is the Speed Dominator, if I remember correctly, the green one. Which you can see it twist down and out before coming back in. And then over here, I think this is the Terminator, if I remember correctly. Because there's a Terminator and a Dominator. And that curves underneath the slide and the catwalk. Gonna back up so you get a better view of both of these together. Taking some photos so we have it. And as you make your way over, yeah, more mechanisms you could have engaged with, levers and more pulley systems. You've got one that pulls here. What was this one for? I guess technically you get 2 of them you could have pulled. This bucket would fill up and drop on you. You would have had another gun here firing away, another bucket down below. You can see these 2 slides and more steps. What is neat that I'm realizing is that it looks like water was actually pumped through here and through these boxes, because then water would have came out through here into this container, which you can then dump on people down below. I didn't realize how sophisticated this whole treehouse was. And now if we follow this all the way down, which we're going to right now, a few things. You would see that other slide end here. And above us is the top of the beast. And we're going to make our way back down. Right. So you could see where those 2 slides had ended. And now we're going to go back to the main treehouse and show you from the front. Because let's be honest, you're a kid, and how do you experience these things? You come in and you're waiting for that timer to go off to let you know that that giant bucket of water is going to come rushing down on you. You're standing here waiting. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for it to come down. And so what would you do? Well, what you're not supposed to do, you'd probably go running straight into this and then stand underneath it like a little kid, like this. Wait, it's coming, it's coming. It's gonna dump right on top of us. I know that's exactly what you would do because that's exactly what we would do. But this is the treehouse. Gonna give you a nice little pan up. Now I'm not gonna give you seagull footage today. It's a little bit windier than I would like, but I think we have enough footage that you can go back and check out. Under here, a lot of water being thrown everywhere. You get a pump. You rotate this, so this thing spins and then the water goes around different places. Get 2 kiddie slides. Looks like the sign fell down. I'll move this over here. You can tell that there used to be other levers and things. There's a dump bucket, which you would pull down the water, and this would fill, and that would fill. You'd be getting soaked as you're walking over. Very interactive. Oh, I didn't realize this moves. Did not expect that at first. This would be fun. There would be water coming from everywhere. This is a jungle gym with a net, which actually I'm not doing too bad on. But that goes down. We don't need to go down. We're going to go back up. A couple of giant levers here, which are pumps. And yeah, it's more of the same as you just keep going around. So I know someone's got, well, aren't you scared to get wet right now? No. Hasn't rained here. It's going to rain tonight, though, which is why the wind's getting picked up a bit. You've got all these tubes. And then before you know it, you're back in the middle of the treehouse. It is a jungle gym. And you can see this slide here, man. You know, if I was wearing different clothes, I think this would have been fun to go down. Woo! You know what's funny? There's cat prints down here, which makes me wonder, has a cat gone down? I'm not joking. And you can literally see paw prints here and there. Oh my God, don't tell me a cat went down this thing. Or maybe they're having a good time. Now that would have been funny. Like, what if you actually find out that cats in the off season go through the water parks and ride all the slides? See, now that's a movie I would watch. Anyway, how did we get to talking about cats? I don't know. Let's continue the tour. As promised, we're going to head down because even though I'm an adult, I refuse to believe it, and it's all about having fun. Whew. And we're almost down. Ooh. Boom. As you walk around, there's other levers you can pull, like this one, in which water would come out and hit the person in this slide right here. Now, even though you're not supposed to go this way, like everyone does, we're going to make our way towards the lazy river and the little island in the middle. This was a fun lazy river. It's always cool to have one where you're going through different things. And so here, it's a little bridge. This was the exit to the slides, which will go up in a second. Which I want to say, I feel like these were the newer of the slides, the newer ones throughout the years. The exit to the lazy river is on the left, and the entrance is on the right. And which, yeah, it's strange going in here with no water. I mean, in all fairness, there's a little bit of water. But for the sake of me not wetting my own feet, because I don't really have good shoes on, we're not going to go that way. But we will walk around so you can see some of the lazy river, or if you want, you can pretend that you're in the lazy river, which technically I just came through the exit. Don't tell anyone. Here's the entrance. You would grab your tube and set off on an adventure. I'm probably going a little bit quicker than I should be if I was doing the lazy river. Here it would split off. You got a fork in the road. We're going to go to the right. You say hi to the lifeguards that'd be hanging out over here before making the turn back. And as we're walking, it's also strange to think about that this is not the only amusement park that's ever been here. You have to go back to Midway and all that stuff. And technically speaking, there's a giant roller coaster here. It's a big plot of land. You can see one of the pumps. Before heading back this way, in which there's a lot of water there, so I don't think we're gonna be able to make it too far that way. And as I'm talking about the other amusement park that used to be here, what we're doing right now is exactly what I wish was done when that place was being demolished. You know, we really don't have many photos and videos showcasing many of the historic things that used to be down here. Whether it be Casino Pier or the original carousel that used to be literally on the corner of this property, or the original amusement park that's here, the Jackrabbit, which actually, I do have footage of that ride. It's someone actually riding that ride. But the reason why we do the Wildwood Video Archive is so we can archive the history. So that way, you know, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years from now, there's a historian going back saying, well, now this is becoming that. What used to be here? Well, they can go through now the 11 years of footage that we have of changes taking place down here. Whether it's, you know, demolishing a motel, getting rid of a water park, or, you know, other things. You know, you have to document these things because you never know down the line when you're ever going to need to go back and reference it. And so even though this water park is going through these changes now, you never know what could be here. It could be a hotel/condo combination. It could one day, maybe in 100 years, be an amusement park again. Or one day this could all be underwater. You just never know with history. And so let's flip the camera around and continue the tour, because not to say we're almost done, but we've done majority of it so far. We're going past the Flowhouse, over here to your guys' probably favorite slides. Gonna make our way up. You need a life jacket, grab it here, because it's going to be wet and it's going to be fast. Give me a lot of steps, so bear with me. And you need to watch your step. Now going back, the reason why I say that this section is quote unquote newer is because of what used to be all over here. And if you would say, oh, there used to be theater. Yep. And what used to be over here in the footprint of all of this? That's right, Castle Dracula. That's why this was the original section of the park, and then this was all added on later. See the Flowrider? I'm not that good at it, but I enjoy doing it. While we're up here, also take note, all of the tires have been removed from the go-karts. Just something to keep in mind. The lot was for sale, so just keep all this in mind. Not Joey hinting anything. Nah, they got nothing to hint. Anyway, we're at the top. I'll flip it around for you. We've got 2 slides, both of them fun. Now, do you know what this one is called? Imagine, it's dark down there. It's a midnight run. Now this one, I actually don't remember the name of this one off the top of my head. But this one, you would swerve down and curve before going underneath, and a curving the other way, and then curving one more time before it ends. The pink one, a little bit different. It's not fully enclosed like this one. As it goes down, shoots over, then under, then another figure 8, before then going down and ending. Man, these slides, these are some fun slides. And the funny thing is, if you are a screamer of said slides, You would know that going down here, it would echo! You hear that? It was a big echo. Let me take my clip off. Echo! Yeah. That's fun. My wife makes fun of me because when I do these slides, I don't care what my age is. I'm yelling. I'm screaming. I'm having a good time. That's what that means. The weird thing is, and I have to say this, because when they design water parks, they don't design water parks with people coming up and then walking down the steps. So it's a little awkward for me to climb up here and not go down the slide. I would ruin my pants if I did. Anyway, let's make our way down. Continuing down, and I know this video is getting a little bit longer, but all fairness, according to the analytics, you guys actually want to see longer videos. So my last video before this, I think it was 33 minutes. This one is definitely blowing past that. But now you can kind of watch it. YouTube actually tells us that we should be filming these as though we're filming a TV show. So hopefully you're enjoying everything you're seeing here at the Wildwood Video Archive. Now it's time for a commercial break. Great news! We now have our new 2025 Christmas ornaments in stock. Here is a seagull driving the tram car. And yes, seagulls, they can drive. And our other one is Santa as a lifeguard. I love this one. Look at those shorts there with snowflakes. Which one do you guys like? I'll put the link down in the description of the video if you want to buy one of these today, or one of our other 5 Christmas ornaments themed to the Wildwoods. Hopefully we'll see you guys on the beach. I was joking, but I guess we really did have a commercial to put in there. Anyway, let's continue. We're gonna make our way towards the Flowhouse, in which you got some cabanas up here to take a look at. This is the hangout spot. If you wanted to get a cold drink and watch people miserably fail on the Flowrider, it's a great view. And yes, they brought in sand for all of this. There was different areas that you could have rented out, private cabanas down below, which I'll show you in a little bit. But you could see the sand they brought in. And there's something over here I'll show you once we get there. So let's head down that way. As I said before, things are everything's closed. I wish we'd have known in the summertime I would have filmed a lot of this stuff while it was still open. But the decision to make on this wasn't until later on. So you just have to imagine that this place is filled, the chairs are out here, people are screaming, having a great time, making some beautiful memories. So flip the camera. This was like one of the other entrances, by the way, right over that way, and over here as well. We're gonna make our way down. Few things to look at. So first, underneath, you have some lockers over here. Looks like they're actually getting ready to board this up for the winter time. Because even though they're not opening, you still have to board things up. Inside are the bars. And a few different things. You got one of the countertops here. Check in. Oh, I got a cool hat. Neat. Here we have a map. And the age of the dinosaurs. Oh, this is for the thing over there. I'll show you what this is in a second. But back here, you've got bathrooms. Changing area. Handicap bathrooms. Isn't really much to look at back here. But yeah, these are places to get changed. You see, the cats were definitely back here. See the little cat prints? I don't know, man. My water park theory, I think, is right. Just saying. But over here, you will see one side of the bar. There's 3 different sides. Let's see what drink specials they have going on today. Blue Hawaiian, Southern Hurricane, Southbound Greyhound. Oh, I like that. That's funny. Bloody Mary, and red and white sangria. Sangria. You can see different numbers on things. Like here you get 402 and 403. These are things that are part of the actual auction that are taking place. Trying to see if anything else on tags with them. Make our way out. This was the other side of the bar. It's all closed up. And the other side. You mean they put right here, 403. I'm assuming that's for the neon sign. Electrical panel, staff only rooms. Here are your cabanas that you could have rented. Over here is why I was holding on to this for you. Age of the Dinosaurs. New for this year, they add in where you can dig for stuff, for dinosaur bones, which is really cool. They added this attraction in. Come in, stand in line, grab your gear. You come here for the desk. You see, find your treasures. It's hard to kind of see through that. You'd find your treasures, get your kit, and go digging. I don't know if they still have the kits back here. Oh, they got some of the gemstones. See? Which is cool. But you would learn about dinosaurs. This pamphlet. Cut on over. And then start digging. Looks like, oh, I think we found one right here. Look. Look how lucky we are. I can't believe it. We didn't even start digging yet. Already found one. We'll leave that there for the construction workers to find. You can see the dinosaurs they put up. And things could have been buried anywhere. Oh, there's a lot of them. Look. Got some blue ones. Some purple ones and red ones and green ones. Wow, man. We're finding a lot of, oh, look, even a gold one. Well, I didn't see that one. Oh, I gotta open this. We gotta see what's in here. It's just sand. Aw, what a bummer. What a bummer. I'll leave that there. I can't put it back together now. There we go. Gold dinosaur egg. There's a blue one over here too. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. You can find a lot of interesting things. More cat paw prints. Wait a minute, are they digging too? Nah. Oh my God, these cats are having a blast in this water park. There's another gem. Oh man, we're finding a lot. We did good, guys. We did very good. So anyway, this would be your map also for which cabana you're in. So whoever this was rented in, looks like 1F. 1F looks like it's actually over one of these ones. Maybe upstairs. But leave that there. I found a gem out here. Look at that. I should go look for diamonds. I think I'll get some good luck. Got more cabanas, 5 and 6. Now, this is where you had to, if you were going to go on the Flowrider, a few things you had to go through in order to actually get on the Flowrider. This was another entrance, by the way. But let's go up. Oh, it doesn't look as intimidating when it's off. Am I right? I mean, it doesn't seem like you're going to fall off and, you know, embarrass yourself in front of your family. Never happened to me, though. But this is where you would stand after you have fallen into the wall or try to slide back down the sides this way, the curve back in. Or if you're just starting off, you would kind of hang on the sides here a little bit and then have someone hold on to you as you inch your way all the way out. This thing, always fun. And while you're here doing this, you've got an audience of people up there watching you do great, because you're doing great here, doing great. 2 entrances to get into it, that side and this side. And we're almost at the end. So before that was the exit out. And this was just one of those other corners. This actually goes more towards maintenance. But see more dinosaurs back there. I didn't realize how big a Flowhouse is. Oh, look at that. Wow. You can see the full mechanisms inside. That is neat. And this is something they could just take out of the ground, pull it up, and you're good to go. Oh, that's crazy. And of course, like we mentioned before, this is another entrance and exit. It is closed off for obvious reasons. But let me give you one final pan, at least from this side. That is now the full extent of the property. I don't really think many people realize how massive of a place this was. You may have walked by it, heading to the beach, or maybe get a slice of pizza, which I gotta tell you, man, we're full off season right now. I can't get any pizza on the boardwalk. No Sam's, no Mac's, no nothing. You can get a sandwich at Johnny Long Hots or the Andres's. Well, yeah, we're gonna make our way out. Just doing a few more pans. It's definitely very eerie being in here in the off season, knowing that within the next few weeks we're going to start seeing things be taken down. It's how do I put it? It's weird knowing that what you're staring at right now is something that's going to be history. It's the same feeling I felt when I was walking through the SS United States before it was towed all the way down to Mobile, Alabama. Something that in early 2026, hopefully we'll be able to go down there and watch them sink it. But it's hard to express the feeling you get looking at things like this and realizing that we're some of the last people that are going to be able to walk in here before crews come in and say, that's it, time to take her down. So there you guys go. That is your final tour of Splash Zone. And I know you're probably watching this video and it's probably upsetting you because this has been here for generations, since 2000. You guys have been coming down here making some beautiful memories. And while it's upsetting, I want you to think about this, the reason why it's upsetting. It's because of the awesome memories that you made. Whether it is standing underneath a giant bucket as thousands and thousands of gallons of water comes crashing on you. Maybe it's going on the family slide as a family and trying not to fall off. Or maybe it's going on the Flowrider and you falling off constantly and your family recorded it. And every single Christmas, they'll keep playing that video over and over and over again to remind you that you keep falling off. Not like that's ever happened to me, but I'm saying it's possible that's what happened to you. And it's because of those beautiful memories that you're upset. But hey, things change and things will be happening here in the coming months. I will, of course, keep you updated every step of the way. So if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you on the beach, it's right over there. I'll see you later. Bye.